Hello ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Bit unexpectedly, welcome back to the channel. I didn't actually think that I would be back anymore this year doing a video on any of this Shenmue stuff, but you know what? I'm having too much fun, like, talking about this stuff, like, genuinely, because, like, when I think it's ended, more shit happens. And, yeah, more shit has happened in the Shenmue IV fake trailer saga. So, first of all, the Game Awards have come and gone. Nothing's happened. We knew it wasn't going to anyway, because everything's been proven to not be legit. So, anyway, there was still a little bit of hope going around that the Shenmue IV fake trailer had some validity to it still, like some parts of it might have been real, and that Wisenet were being a bit obscure with their wording in the apology. That's not legit now, because obviously the guy's actually come out and made a bloody video and apologized. So that's happened. But before I get to that, before I get to the apology video, I wanted to quickly go through the GameRant article. Now, a lot of you at this point have probably seen that there's been a GameRant article made about the Shenmue 4 trailer, and I read it and I really liked it, and I wanted to read it here on the channel because I just found it really interesting, and I really liked it. Like, genuinely, I really resonated with that, and I think it's how a lot of us are feeling at the moment. So while I'm here, I figured, fuck it, I'm going to read the article and then we're going to go through the apology video and we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. So get comfortable, we'll be here for a little bit. So yeah, let's get on with it, shall we? So the GameRant article, let's have a little talk about it. All right, so GameRant, Shenmue 4, it made me believe again. How a fake Shenmue 4 trailer helped revitalize a restless fanbase. This was written by Tom Bowen, published 2 days ago. Fantastic fucking article, genuinely. I'm going to leave a link to it in the description of the video, but I'm going to read it all now. We're going to talk about it a little bit. So, anyway. On the morning of December 4th, a user named Nomura79 uploaded a zip file to the Shenmue Dojo forums. Its contents would go on to shock the community and send ripples throughout the wider gaming landscape. The file contained a trailer that was supposedly for Shenmue 4, which Nomura claimed would be revealed at this year's Game Awards ceremony. Sorry, didn't happen. Despite several red flags hinting at AI involvement, many fans believed that this trailer could be the real deal. Not only did it do an exceptional job of mimicking the style of previous Shenmue games, but it also showcased story beats and locations that are expected to appear in future installments. Some fans were understandably skeptical, but few were willing to fully dismiss the trailer as a fake. Within a few hours, news of the trailer had been picked up by a number of large gaming publications, including PC Gamer, Push Square, and Eurogamer. Threads began popping up on subreddits and gaming forums, and thousands of curious gamers began flocking to the Shenmue Dojo forums in search of answers. According to one of the site's co-owners, 330,000 people visited the dojo in the 12-hour period after Nomura's post, with more than 1 million unique visits and page after page of discussion following over the course of the next few days. For a series that former Embracer Group CEO Lars Wingefors once described as a core niche product, this kind of response may seem a little overblown, especially given the uncertain origins of the trailer, but there's a reason why so many fans are willing to look past some of those aforementioned red flags. After years of silence and uncertainty, this trailer promised something that Shenmue fans have been desperately craving for more than 2 decades now: closure. To truly understand why this trailer was such a big deal to the Shenmue community, you first need to know a little about the history of the franchise. Released in 1999 for the Sega Dreamcast, the first Shenmue game helped to pioneer a number of systems and mechanics that would go on to become standard in many modern video games, while also laying a lot of the groundwork for what would eventually become known as the open world genre. It inspired both players and developers alike, a legacy reaffirmed by a recent BAFTA poll naming it the most influential video game of all time. Unfortunately, Shenmue proved to be as divisive as it was groundbreaking, with many players struggling to get to grips with the story's slow pacing. All that innovation also came at a huge cost. According to series creator Yu Suzuki, around $47 million was spent developing and marketing Shenmue and its 2001 sequel, which, when coupled with the Dreamcast's modest install base and widespread problems with piracy, it left the series with no realistic path to profitability. In the end, 1 in 8 Dreamcast owners bought a copy of Shenmue, a higher attach rate than any of the 3D GTA games achieved on the PS2. Even then, though, this wasn't enough for Sega. Work on the third game was halted, and fans were left to endure more than a decade of uncertainty. There were occasional whispers, but it wasn't until 2015 and a record-breaking Kickstarter campaign that they finally got something concrete. Against all the odds, Shenmue was making a comeback. Sadly, the franchise's return was nowhere near as triumphant as fans had been hoping for. Review scores for Shenmue 3 were mixed, and although official sales figures were never released, the game's failure to chart in several key territories would seem to suggest that it struggled to perform commercially. Perhaps the most disappointing thing of all, though, was that there's very little narrative progress was made, with many long-standing questions left unanswered. After 18 years and what many saw as a minor miracle, fans were right back where they started. In the 6 years following the release of Shenmue 3, Yu Suzuki had continued to echo his desire to finish the story in video game form and has reportedly been pitching a 4th game to potential publishers. Despite a few nibbles, though, none seem to have taken the bait just yet. Or at least, they hadn't as of last May, when Suzuki confirmed that Shenmue 4 was not yet in active development. Things could have changed since then, but there's no real evidence to suggest that being the case. This is why, when the Mora 79 zip file appeared one random December morning, the reaction was so explosive. After decades of waiting, an unlikely Kickstarter revival, and a sequel that left more questions than answers, so true, fans were desperate for any hint of progress. This mysterious trailer served as a spark, a chance to dive back into the world of Shenmue, to speculate about Ryo's next moves, and to believe in the possibility of closure once more. It offered hope at a time when all was beginning to feel lost. Reading through some of the many comments and forum posts, you can find numerous examples of fans who had previously given up on the franchise, but are now once again excited for what its future may someday hold. Some were excited by the prospect of visiting new locations like Luoyang and Inner Mongolia, while others were just happy to see Ryo's companion Ren up to some of his old tricks. Although far from perfect, the trailer reminded fans of everything they love about Shenmue and why they're so desperate to finally experience the end of Ryo's story. After days of speculation, Wisnet eventually released a statement denying any involvement with the trailer, but the response it provoked is impossible to ignore. Coverage across major gaming outlets and over 1 million unique forum visits underscores the enduring appetite for more Shenmue and highlights some of the aspects that still resonate strongly with series fans. If a fake trailer can generate that level of attention and engagement, you can't help but wonder what a real one could do. The question now is whether Yu Suzuki can find a publishing partner willing to capitalize on all of that untapped potential. For whatever it's worth, I really hope that he can. So, fantastic article. Fucking brilliant. Like, genuinely. So good. And it actually got me thinking so much. The past 2 videos that I've made on this, I've been calling Shenmue niche. And it is. It is niche. However, this right here shows that we can break the nicheness of Shenmue. This trailer did it. Like, literally. It became not niche anymore because of that trailer. Like, 1 million foreign visits on Shenmue Dojo. Like, all of those, like, site visits, was it like 330,000, did they say, people visited the dojo in a 12-hour period of Nomura's post? Come on, man. Like, this is insane. Like, genuinely. And again, this is what makes me come back to the point about the freaking legal action. Like, no. Like, okay, your game has been like sort of, your series rather has been put in obscurity for the past few years now since Shenmue 3 came out, and we're gonna take legal action potentially on this guy. This is what I'm coming back to the point. Look what he's generated with a fake fucking trailer. It's like Tom said, imagine what a real one could do. Like, genuinely. This article made me think, and it was a fantastic little look back at the history of Shenmue as well. And again, like, right there is untapped potential. It's just who is going to allow it to happen. And crap, I wish this trailer was real. I still do. And I'm still going to stand by it. I am still going to stand by it. I love that trailer. And considering I thought that the last video was going to be my last video of 2025, it's amazing what shit happens, I tell you. Like, fucking amazing. GameRant article, I'm going to link that in the description. Go give it a read and give it support. It is a fantastic article, and it really has... It just says a lot. It really says a lot, like, genuinely, about the series. Anyway, that aside, now we've got to get into this apology video, which, I mean, is even more interesting to me, to be honest. So with that being said, I ain't going to beat around the bush anymore because we're already about 11 minutes into this. Let's have a look at this apology video. And by the way, credits to Shenmue Dojo on the upload. I will link that in the description as well. Shenmue Dojo, again, the place to go for all of this stuff. Genuinely, I'm just someone else reporting on it because I just really love Shenmue, as if you couldn't tell that already. Anyway, with that being said, let's have a look at the apology video and let's discuss afterwards as well about that. So, I will be RB. Oh, God. Do you know what, right? When I first saw the apology video, the first thing that got me was the song. Like, again, that's the trailer music in the quality that we wanted it to be in now. Like, the proper quality, not like off the screen grab of it that was recorded, you know, in the leaked trailer, supposedly. Like, genuinely, the music. This is fan-made. Again, all the music, everything in that trailer was just from assets, and the music was completely made by him. I mean, Christ almighty, like, genuinely, how does that not hype you up, you know? And again, it's a heartfelt apology. It's more of a case of this person wanted to champion the series, get some interest going in it again, and mate, you fucking did, alright? Legit. You've succeeded, in my opinion, of getting that point across fully. The forum visits, all the visits to, like, Shenmue Dojo to discuss this, the excitement around the trailer, everything, and just, I suppose the letdown of it not being real just goes to show you how many people fucking love Shenmue, alright? And I felt it too when I found out that the trailer wasn't real. Even though, obviously, there's inconsistencies there that would point to it not being real to begin with. But you keep that hope alive because there's just so much potential in that trailer. So many things that we want, you know what I mean? And we're here again, and I know it feels like square one, but, like, for fuck's sake, this has been a whirlwind of a past week, right? I mean, the Game Awards was last night, and Shenmue was kind of there. And if you don't know what I mean, there's a segment involving the Muppets, and they literally said Shenmue in that segment. I shit you not. Like, go look it up. Like, genuinely. There was a part where it was on the piano, and Shenmue was one of the games that was mentioned. And that right there, to me, is impact that a game has. And again, Shenmue won a BAFTA, alright? I didn't mention this before, but Shenmue won a BAFTA award for the most influential video game of all time. Does that not say something, alright? It's not a case of, yes, Shenmue doesn't appeal to everybody, but the untapped potential there is amazing. This game meant so much to people. It meant so much to me growing up. I've said it before, it got me through school, and I meant that when I said it. This game got me through a very tough point in my life, alright? And its story inspired me, and fucking hell, I want to visit Guilin someday because of Shenmue. Heck, I want to visit Japan, freaking Yokosuka, all this shit. I want to go places like that because Shenmue, man, just made it look so cool. And it is cool. It just opened our eyes to it, you know what I mean? But look, we're here now, and everything's sort of died down a little bit now. Obviously, the apology video is out. It's a case of now as to whether Wisenet actually do take legal action against this person. And it's going to be a very interesting few weeks, or coming into this next year, to see what actually happens in that field. But what I'm going to say it again, I'm going to reiterate what I said in the last video. Wisenet, for fuck's sake, please don't fucking take legal action. Don't do it, okay? And I'm going to say it again. Look at what impact we have created in just over a week. Look at the impact that we have created. Do you know what I mean? The impact, the showing, the telling of what Shenmue means to people. Doesn't matter the number of people it means something to. The fact is, it means something to people, you know? In an age where profitability is everything. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to say this, and I didn't think I would mention it here, but look at what Claire Obscure Expedition 33 did last night at the Game Awards, right? Look what it did. A budget of under 10 million. And it won the most awards a game has ever won at the Game Awards. You can say that was deserved or not, whatever. But for fuck's sake, it just goes to show that a game under a certain budget can succeed if done correctly. And Claire Obscure just had that impact. And yeah, it's a fucking brilliant game. It deserved it. It really did deserve it. I'm still glad that Hades 2 won Best Action Game. But anyway, we're getting off track. Look, okay. This really will be my last video of 2025 now, okay? I was fully convinced that the last one would be, but then all this happened with the apology video and I had to talk about it. Because again, Shenmue just inspires me that much. I really wanted to get around to making this video and at least expressing my thoughts about that side of it. And to once again reiterate the point of don't take legal action. And also I do want to say thank you so much for the views on the past 2 videos, genuinely, especially the second one. Thank you for the comments as well, and thank you for sharing the thoughts. I have read them, and I'm very, very appreciative of the feedback, and I'm very appreciative of what you guys have been saying about the Shenmue 4 fake trailer debacle, like genuinely. This has meant a lot to Shenmue fans this past week, and I hope that we can go into 2026 with the exact same energy, and who fucking knows what can happen, right? Who knows? Who knows? We could be here in a few months' time, another year's time, another 2 years' time. We don't know. We could be here and something with Shenmue might actually be happening. Shenmue 4 could happen. You just don't know. Anything is possible, you know what I mean? Anything is possible. And if a game like Clair Obscur Expedition 33 can achieve that sort of impact with such a short budget as it had, anything's possible. And I'd like to think Shenmue has a chance in the future at some point of doing it, and I will keep that hope alive, and I will keep championing the series, you know what I mean? And you know, again, I hope everything with this apology and everything just sort of straightens this whole situation out, and I hope Wisenet and Yu Suzuki realise that, you know what, look at the impact that's been made, we need to keep this going rather than sort of alienate it and rather than sort of completely shit on it, because you know, those numbers don't lie. They don't lie. And Shenmue this past week has broke out of being a niche series, in my opinion. And you know what, I fucking busted Shenmue out on my Steam Deck. Alright, I actually did it, and I'm playing Shenmue 1 on Steam Deck right now, and I'm fucking adoring it again. Genuinely, it's been one of the best ways to spend my run up to Christmas. And well, Shenmue always is. Shenmue is a Christmas game to me anyway, and it always will be. But I urge any of you now, and this is the big sort of wider message of all of this, really, truthfully. If you've never played Shenmue in your life, and you're into sort of narrative games and whatnot, and you fancy a bit of Sega nostalgia, please go and play Shenmue 1 and 2. Alright, genuinely. Please go and play Shenmue 1 and 2. And just enjoy it for what it is. Alright? I know it doesn't appeal to everybody, but the fan base out there doesn't lie. Shenmue had an impact for a reason, and it is the most influential video game of all time for a reason. And you know what? When the Shenmue 3 re-release comes out, give that another go as well. Alright? And I know it didn't have the best story, and I know it sort of left us in a position where we didn't really know much more narratively going forward. But give it a go, and do it for the series, and just leave thoughts about what you thought about the whole thing, you know what I mean? And literally just keep championing this series, because we need to get it finished. Genuinely, we do. And with that, that's me done for 2025 for real this time. I'm going to leave all the necessary links in the description to the right places, and to Shenmue Dojo and to the GameRant article and to everything really. Again, thank you all so much for the love on the past 2 videos, and thank you very much for just the support throughout the year, really. I know I don't get to do this very often anymore, but I've really enjoyed the past few days covering this whole Shenmue 4 thing, and I want to say, again, I actually want to say thank you to the guy who made the fake trailer, because you really inspired me, man. You really did. And I hope one day we can get the outcome that we want. And you know what? You reignited it again. You really reignited Shenmue in me again. So thank you for that. 100%. Thank you very much. And I hope you all have a lovely rest of your year, and I hope you have an amazing Christmas and a new year, and I will see you hopefully in 2026. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely one.